I'm Nick Byer, welcome to Pocket News for Wednesday, the 31st of August. Today on the show, console players getting it rough, and Mario's princess is on another planet. Alright, here's what's been making headlines, and first up, set your 3DS screens to aroused. Nintendo announced overnight that they would be hosting a Nintendo Direct specifically for the 3DS later this week. For Australians, it will kick off at midnight on Friday morning, Sydney time. So set your 3DS alarms for that. I think the 3DS has an alarm clock. Maybe just set your phone's alarm and then unfold your 3DS like a little TP over it. So to turn the alarm off, you have to pick up the 3DS. And then you're like, oh yeah, that's why I'm getting up at midnight. Because for some reason you forgot why you set an alarm. But don't like hit the phone like it's an old school alarm clock, because you'll just flatten that bad boy out. Snapperoo. On to the rest of the story. Don't get excited for NX news though, because in their press release, Nintendo stressed that the NX will not be discussed or revealed in this broadcast. So don't even think about it, okay? Just concentrate on not flattening out that old 3DS. Next up, and Sony's flagship racer Gran Turismo has been delayed. Thought I was gonna say cancelled. You all flipped. All three of you who still play Gran Turismo. Sony announced overnight that they would be holding off the release of Gran Turismo Sport until 2017. The game was originally slated to come out on PS4 this November, but according to a post on the PlayStation blog, the game needs more time in the pits. At this point, they're not willing to lock in a new release date. This sounds like a pretty typical delay, but I feel like there could be a couple of other factors involved. A couple of other big, shiny factors. Forza Horizon 3 is launching at the end of September and promises to be a stupid amount of fun, fanging around outback Australia. Perhaps they want a little more breathing room between big console racing games, or it's the fact that Sony have some juicy new hardware up their sleeves, right? Gran Turismo is synonymous with PlayStation. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to hold off Sport and make it a launch title for the 4.5, taking advantage of the new power it has to offer. Whatever's best for the console, but those H1Z1 devs don't think about the console, do they? No, they only care about those fancy pants PC players. Like me. The Xbox One and PS4 releases of King of the Hill have been delayed to make way for the full launch of the game on PC. The King of the Hill variant of H1Z1 has been in Steam's early access since February of this year, and developer Daybreak announced overnight that it's going to be finished and released by the 20th of September. In shifting focus solely to the PC, the console editions have been postponed indefinitely with no new release window. And it's not likely they'll become a priority again until after the game is up and running smoothly on PC. Cheer up though, console gamers, because Final Fantasy 15... Oh no, wait, that got delayed as well. Well, there are some other consolation Final Fantasy releases today. They're not good. CGI film Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15 is now available for digital download. It's a precursor to the events of the upcoming game, following Nyx and his fellow soldiers in their fight to protect the kingdom from the Empire. I know this sounds just brilliant, but it's getting absolutely slammed by critics. But that didn't stop people from going to see Suicide Squad, so why should it stop them from seeing this? I didn't actually mind Suicide Squad as much as everybody else. I was one of them, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I mean, it has so many problems, but it's better than any DC film out in the last sort of 5 years. But if movies aren't your thing, then maybe you can ease the itch in your thumbs by checking out the mobile pinball game Justice Monsters 5. It's kind of a tie-in game in that the characters within the Final Fantasy 15 universe play it obsessively. I'll be honest though, that looks shit too. Such a depressing news day. Here's a depressing game announcement to help see you through. This War of Mine developers, 11-Bit Studios, have announced their next title, Frostpunk. It's set in a grim, frozen world where people rely on steam-powered technology. At this stage, the gameplay has been left pretty ambiguous. The release statement says that although Frostpunk utilizes strategy and management elements, its core revolves around empathy and decision-making rather than optimization and resource management. Read, this will be exactly the same as our last game, just with a snowy skin, which is fine if you ask me, but just own it. And finally, World of Warcraft's Legion expansion has shockingly launched quite smoothly. Players who were on the servers when the patch rolled out reported no glitches, server crashes, or error 34s. A new level bar just popped up on their screens and away they went to the Broken Isles. Way better than that Draenor shit show. Unbelievable? Oh, you better believe it. And here's something else you can believe. It's Thing of the Day. Thing of the Day. Australian devs are unquestionably the best devs, as ASMB proved. No Mario Sky is the result of a 72-hour game jam which saw 4 Melbourne-based devs create a procedurally generated Space Mario featuring hundreds of Goombas, an infinite universe, faithful physics, and original music. Better yet, it's free for PC, Mac, and Linux. Thing of the day. Alright, that's it for the news today. My Pocketeers! Make sure you check out Good Game if you missed it last night. That is available right now on iView and YouTube. It was a good one, if you ask me. And also, while you're watching things made by people in this office, make sure you check out Well Played. Rad gives some tips on how to watch the Heroes of the Storm Super League Season 3. That should be up at some point today. And also, I will be live streaming this afternoon on Twitch, twitch.tv/goodgameabc.tv. I'm checking out the new Fallout 4 Nuka World DLC. If you liked my first play of that yesterday, this is just like that, but longer and different content. So it's really nothing like that, except we're kind of just playing the same thing. So come along and hang out. And if you want people to hang out with, then go join the Pocketeers Facebook group and Steam group. Whew, there are links to everything I just said in the description below. Today's Thing of the Day graphic was made by our very own Sam Gee. It seems like only a couple of weeks ago we're giving birth to him, and now he knows how to use Premiere Pro. Well done, Sam. It was very good. If you have made a thing like Sam, please send it in. Until we next assemble my Pocketeers, Nick, bye out. Mwah, 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 mwah. Rick, crouch. Okay.